I submitted a note to the Administrative Reforms Commission on December 13, 2017, at its sitting in the Symphony Hall, Mascot Hotel, Trivandrum. On behalf of Kurta, I submit this note before the Commission for examination and consideration. 1. On disaster management. Recent Oki cyclone is an eye-opener to the public and administration, especially on the lapses of the state agencies at the time of a disaster. India, the third from top among the nations, suffers 93% of disaster-related deaths. But in countries like India, focus is on rescue and rehabilitation instead. In contrast, Japan, frequently exposed to earthquake and tsunami disasters, sits at the top of the global list in respect of lowest loss of life by putting in place and practicing a disaster management model of warning, education, drills, and best practices. The warnings by IMD, India Meteorological Department, in future should be directed directly to fishers at work in the ocean, closer or far off from the shore, through the network of INCOIS, Hyderabad, an agency of MOES with GOI. INCOIS, founded after the 2004 tsunami, efficiently advises Indian fishers in finding potential fishing zones in the ocean and in looking for tuna through tuna fishing forecasts. However, the same agency does not probably have a mandate to inform the concerned public, namely fishers, directly on impending disasters. Instead, it is seemingly through a labyrinthine procedure of files and appropriate approvals for actions. 1. Traditionally, Indian administration follows a true proper channel approach, both in space and time, and at times of emergencies such as Oki. Instead, a new system like what is practiced in Japan, whereby the agencies, without waiting for administration's orders, should spring into action in respect to implementing the plans for warnings, advisories, etc., to reach out to the affected citizens at work in the sea and families. What is urgently called for is a decentralization of powers to the various agencies involved in disaster management to act by issuing warnings, first through technologies such as IoT, Internet of Things, to save lives and property. IoT, a synergy among the things in the physical world with the cyber world. Every object, such as vessels, large or small, going out to the ocean for work, shall be linked to the INSAT through the embedded device on board the vessels at the sea, regarding their location in the ocean on a 24/7 basis. INCOIS shall be the nodal agency for advising the rescue boats, navy, coasts, to guard or regarding the location of the distressed group in the ocean. All the fishing vessels with the sea time of more than a week shall be embedded with a system that will directly link vessels to satellite and then to servers. Aadhaar-like labels should be made mandatory to such fishing vessels. 4. Current top-down approach followed in DM finally boils down to rescue and rehabilitation. This shall be replaced by early warning systems directly to distress through SMS tweets, but by FM radio channels, TV channels to shore-based teams. Similarly, crew members, before embarking on a fishing trip, shall register themselves through a device like a thumb reader vis-a-vis a unique ID of the fishing vessel. All such data shall be linked to a server managed by an appropriate agency of the GOK, Government of Kerala. Rehabilitation of the bereaved families and safe transition to normality is a task that is fulfilled by the government. It is time to consider extending EPF benefits to people who work in the riskier environments such as the sea. 7. Sea level is rising at the rate of 1 millimeter annually due to climate change. The homeless and landless among the fish workers shall be provided free apartments in multi-story complexes built on the land side of the CRZ limits by way of standalone home is a throwback from our archaic mindset. The solid waste management. On solid waste management, the government agencies in charge of solid waste management have been toying with the idea like pipe compost, processing and source, distributed aerobic composting on the sidewalks of walks, blocking and endangering the free and safe use of sidewalk by pedestrians. The solid waste management is a problem of the same dimension as drinking water supply, compulsory education for providing food security or personal security. Now what is needed is building waste treatment facilities outside of the realm of classical methods. Government shall build plants that use modern technologies such as high temperature incineration with or without energy recovery. We need to follow examples of Western world in this regard. Climate of Kerala is the limitations on the freehold land calls for such modern technologies in solid waste management. On street lighting intervention, currently switching off and on of street lights in the capital city and suburbs follows an age-old scheme of 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. without any heed to the sunset and sunrise times with changes in the seasons. I need not labor further on the disadvantage of current practice of 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. model. Kerala State Electricity Supply Corporation need to be advised on the need to scrap the old-fashioned model of switching on and switching off. Thanking you for the opportunity given to Kurta. Signed, Dr. Thrivikramji, KP.